All right, what up? So let's talk about the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is a secondary law. The first principle is the law of vibration. You have to go through the law of vibration to get to the law of attraction. All right. So the vibration, that's the frequency you emit. That's the vibration you emit electromagnetically. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a vibration. Everything has electrons. All right. So everything has atoms, everything has a nucleus, whatever. Electrons, it has a positive and a negative charge to it. Every single thing, everything is energy. All right. So to get from the law of vibration, the first principle, to the secondary law of attraction, you gotta go through magnetism and correspondence. Those are two laws. Those are the law of magnetism, the law of correspondence. That's the Star of David. All right, as above, so below, as within, so without. So first you got the vibration, right? You put yourself on that vibration, it creates magnetism. Like attracts like, because everything has electrons, everything. So the things around you, you're gonna attract the essence of that towards you, mentally speaking, as a God, as a generator, operator, and destroyer with an imagination. You're able to create within your mind, as within, so without. All right. You're able to create a vibration. You're able to feel a certain type of way and emit a feeling tied to your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So you go through magnetism. So that creates magnetism of that vibration. It corresponds to various aspects that you're thinking about mentally, from your thoughts and your feelings, which create the vibration. All right. So that's what creates attraction. The like attracts like. Like attracts like, because the magnetism. All right. So that's what it is. So your thoughts, words, actions, ideas all carry a vibration, which is tied to a frequency. People, places, and things all have a collective vibration. I call this a spiritual system. Spirit means energy. So these are energy systems. So let's just say that it's a whole bunch of tiny particles, right? And all of these tiny particles have electrons which carry a charge. But when you put all them particles together, it make up something. So a whole bunch of tiny particles that make up my hand, that make up what we call a hand, right? So now that we have the hand, it creates its own vibration. Just of all of those vibrations together creates one larger vibration, one larger magnet, all right? So the magnetism of attracting that which you are, you know what I'm saying, as if it's already yours, is impressed upon the subconscious mind, which is electromagnetic. The magnetism of the subconscious mind is in correlation with the magnetism of as within, so without, what it corresponds with within the all. So now it attracts like in the subconscious of the all, in the consciousness of the all, to you as if it's already yours. So that's the law of attraction right there. You know what I'm saying? Same with your heart. But see, your heart tied to your nervous system. So depending on your nervous system, if your nervous system out of whack, it's gonna manipulate your thoughts. It's gonna influence your thoughts to be tied to that level. Your psyche is basically wherever you at, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, upon your nervous system, your thoughts gonna match that. Now you can overcome with your thoughts and you can pull your emotional state and your nervous system up, you know what I'm saying? But if your nervous system is too far out of whack, then you need to sit with yourself and heal. So your heart will start beating, you get heart coherency, you know what I'm saying? Your heart coherency. Now your signal, now you got a better signal, less static, you know what I'm saying? Less noise, you know what I'm saying? So now the signal is being emitted more clearly and coherently. So now the essence of what you're seeking to attract is coming more clearly and coherently, and you are in sync with it now. So the synchronicities come guiding you, and the energy comes guiding you, the energy in motion, the angels, you know what I'm saying, come guiding you in the right direction. You see what I'm saying? Angelic power versus demonic forces, you know what I'm saying, are guiding you versus possessing you in the right or wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Like attracts like. So, I mean, I hope this makes sense. But this, for me, is what the laws of attraction is, from how I done broke it down, you know. As a man think, then so is he. You know what I'm saying? You can think of something and it manifests. It manifests because you didn't send out that vibration in some type of way. It was easier for you to, the stars was aligned in a certain way where that particular thing was easier to come to you versus other things that you might have actually planted seeds of doubt into the vibration, as if you're not gonna get it, so you're not gonna get it. You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna like attracts like. If you say you're not gonna get it, you're not gonna get it. So that's what it's all about. So it's tied to your reality versus delusion. in your limited belief system. What do you believe that you can achieve? You know what I'm saying? If you believe you can achieve, then you can emit that vibration. It's like you'll see a lot of people who wind up being famous and movie stars, TV stars, rappers, singers, whatever the case. They was already doing this type of stuff. They was the ones standing in the mirror when they was kids, making videos, was on the news or something like that, on Apollo. They had already got some kind of stardom when they was a child. They emitted that vibration, and then they wound up being in alignment with that, and they traveled that route. They attracted that to their reality versus delusion. That delusion became their reality. You see what I'm saying? Because they believed, they didn't have any doubts about it. They was living in the knowing that it was a possibility, using their imagination, to the mind of God from a positive point of view, emitting it without a doubt that it's not gonna happen, just going following through as if it can happen. That's faith. You know what I'm saying? Understanding plus belief. So when sometimes the stars are just aligned like that for some people, better than others. You know, some people be right there and get misdirected, and some people, it was just never for them in the first place. So that's the laws of attraction. King Lion, I'll show you.